At CD Hylton, standing now with Coach Tony Lilly. Coach, we're out here at your first practice. We've got pads on. What are your thoughts right now on your team?
Well, we've had a good 4 or 5 days, out of pads getting started. Today being the first day in pads, I feel pretty good about it. I think the kids got a little bit excited about coming out and hitting a little bit today and showing what they think they can do and giving us an idea of what they have in them. We've got some young kids playing at some key positions right now, so we're really evaluating that hard right now.
It's a great day out here at CD Hylton. If you haven't seen it already, definitely check us out on social media to see our live footage from today's practice. I want to backtrack to last season. Coming off of another very impressive year, 9 wins, what were your ultimate takeaways from last year?
Well, I think the big thing was we really did a good job throughout the season focusing in on one game at a time and trying to lock in on that game itself. I think for any team going into the playoffs, you start playing teams that are from different parts of the state and everything. We played a very good Thomas Dale team out of Richmond, and they didn't know a whole lot about us. I think the respect was there. It ended up being a great football game. So for us, I think the biggest learning lesson from our players was, how we have to come to a different level in the playoffs, especially playing teams that don't know us, because they don't care what our past is. They know what our record is, but they're here for a purpose too, and we've got to learn from that, and we've got to try and take our game to a different level.
As you alluded to just a moment ago, this is a team that's going to have a ton of young players playing in key positions. Much of that is because you did lose some talent last year, big-time leaders. We're talking about Williams on offense, Austin on defense, as well as Wright on defense. How do you fill those holes? How do you replace that leadership?
Well, we've really worked hard in the off season. We really dedicated ourselves in the off season to getting stronger as a team. That was a priority for us. We did a lot of work in the off season, mental work with the younger players, trying to get them up to par. Where when we did step on the field, they had a pretty good understanding. Now, there's nothing like live football out here, so I think a lot of them that are wet behind the ears are really starting to, they're starting to see things. When they start making the same mistake over and over, then I've got concerns. But I'm seeing them starting to make their own corrections, starting to evaluate their play, and I think that's kind of encouraging.
This is a team that's known for its rushing attack. One place that you're not taking a step back in any regard will certainly be there. Looks like you've got a tremendous experienced offensive line out there. Of course, you've got the dynamic back Ricky Slade, who will be coming back for his junior year as well. What are your plans on the offensive side of the ball this year?
Well, as you said, we feel like we have a very veteran offensive line. We're changing around some things and looking to put some of the game, or a large part of the game, in their hands. And they bonded as a group throughout the off season. They're probably the closest group on this field right here, and I think they understand the expectations that we're going to run the ball. We're going to get after you. We've got 2 quarterbacks that are battling right now that have different skill sets, and I think that both of their skill sets can be effective in the offense that we're going to run. So we're going to see how that plays out in the first couple scrimmages. Push that offensive line to take a leadership role and let the tailbacks that are back there do the job that they can do.
To call your tenure here thus far a success would likely be a massive understatement. I believe that you're coming off of a 10-win season, then a 9-win season, and a 9-win season. Obviously very successful. In your opinion, what does this program have to do to get over the next step, and can you see that happening this year?
Well, I can definitely see it happening this year, and hopefully the veteran players that are coming back still have a taste of that loss in the playoff game to a very good Thomas Dale team. I think the great thing about it is we fought hard in that game and had an opportunity to win the ball game in the end. Now it's just a matter of, we're in the playoffs right now, and this is a whole different game. There's no tomorrows, and to be able to get us to a place where it's tonight. It's our game. We play tonight for tonight, and that's all that matters. No worries about who's down in the beach area, who's coming from wherever. Tonight is all that matters. So getting that, and that's part of our jobs as a staff. We've got to get them ready to play that game. This is the most important game of the season right now.
Absolutely. Coach Tony Lilly, thank you for your time.
Thank you very much.